So it really took me a while to get to be comfortable to just be myself, just be me and flow and see how it works. But my first standing ovation, to get my first standing ovation where I first started comedy was crazy, man. A standing ovation, listen, it's as an entertainer, that's the best feeling in the world because it just validates you. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't need validation from no other comedian, promoter, anybody outside of that audience standing up and clapping for you and just wishing you the best.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So for all those people who never heard of you, girl, they don't know what's going on. They ain't tapped in. Inglewood, California is in the building. Give us your name and tell us what you do in a couple of seconds.
Okay, man, it's your girl, comedian Gina G. I am a comedian. I tell jokes, make people laugh. I mean, how many seconds is that? What more do you want from me? What more do you want from me? That's all I got.
I like that. So let's go back to where it all started for you as a kid, Inglewood, California, all of that, Dr. Dre, Pop, all of that.
Hey.
West Coast is in the building. What's up? How did you fall in love with comedy?
Oh my gosh, man. So far back, I've always been like the family clown. You know what I'm saying? Class clown, talk so much. I did a couple commercials when I was a kid, but the comedy came on a whole nother level, man. I was going to beauty school. I started working at the J-Spot Comedy Club in Inglewood, California with the famous J. Anthony Brown comedian, Mr. Watch Out There Now. I was the waitress at his at his club. And one night it was slow. And they was like, we're going to get the staff to come up here, tell some jokes. And I'm like, I've never done this before. But they called me up there. I went up there and I impersonated a few comedians that, were like regulars at the club. Right. And they was like, oh, you're funny. They told J. Anthony Brown. So one day I'm up here delivering apple martinis. And he on the mic talking about I heard I got a waitress who thinks she funny. Let's see how funny she is. And he calls me up, bro. Like, what? The strangest, best, scariest 60 seconds of my life. But it changed my life. So now I'm here, man. I'm a stand-up comedian. That's it. That's how I came.
So when he called you up there to go do your thing, was you shaking in your boots? Was you nervous? What's up? Did you get booed because you really didn't have your jokes like that, even though you was funny? What's up? Right. How was it when you first got called on stage?
Man, I definitely had to boo-boo. I definitely, my stomach was ready to boo-boo. I was like, what's happening right now? What is this? And then I had drinks that I was delivering. So it was I had to put these drinks on some random table. My bad, just hold these while I go up here. But I mean, I didn't get booed. I think it was kind of like a church. You know how they at church, when you sing a gospel song, even though you kind of trash low key a little bit, they still be like, come on now, take your time. Take your time. So I think they did me like that. You know what I'm saying? So I did pretty good the first time, I ain't gonna lie. But from there, I was hooked. I was I love this feeling. I love making people laugh. So I was hooked after that.
So let me ask you this. In the midst of you making everybody laugh, I'm sure you had jokes for the family, for your moms, for your dad, your brother, sister, all of that, even the dog or whatever. What's up? Did you have to stand in front of the family also and tell jokes to see if you was really funny?
No. I didn't do any of that. I was literally thrown in this game. I didn't do any of that. Nothing. From that moment on, I just kept trying to get up there as much as possible, as much as he would let me go up there. And I would just practice, learning how to write a joke, how to structure a joke, punchline and all this type of stuff. Because it's definitely a business. Hats off to all comedians, vets, new, because it's definitely a skill. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely different than being funny at the barbecue or being funny, at the family reunion. It's so much politics to stand-up comedy that it's crazy. So standing in front of my family wouldn't have helped at all because they would, no, you got to get in front of them strangers to find out how good you are. You know what I'm saying? So no family concerts at the house. Mm-mm.
I like that. I like that. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here with the one and only. That's right, Cali's finest, Inglewood in the building. Gina G representing for the West Coast here on the Pimp Game Podcast. So let me ask you this, because you said you couldn't do it in front of family. You said you got booed at first. What was that moment for you like? When you did stand up there and you didn't get booed, how was that for you? Was you like, I got this now? Because I think that's a surreal moment probably for anybody when you're used to getting booed. Not saying you was getting booed all the time, but that first moment, take me back to that first moment when you were not, when they gave it like a standing ovation and you didn't get booed. Take me back through that.
Okay, so let me make this clear. I ain't never been booed.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me be clear. I have never been booed, okay? But it's been silent in that thing, though. Look, they been booed me, but they was like this. What? Like, so, but from that moment, I'm telling you, it's a humbling experience because you realize that you got work to do, or you realize that people can see through acting or see through you trying to be funny or trying to be something that you're not. So it really took me a while to get to be comfortable to just be myself, just be me and flow and see how it works. But my first standing ovation, to get my first standing ovation where I first started comedy was crazy, man. A standing ovation, listen, it's as an entertainer, that's the best feeling in the world because it just validates you. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't need validation from no other comedian, promoter, anybody outside of that audience standing up and clapping for you and just wishing you the best. So, I mean, I ain't never been booed. I ain't got no boo stories. I know some people that do, but I ain't got none. Okay.
Oh man. So let me ask you this. When they're quiet in the audience, do you think that's worse than them booing? Because at least if they're booing, they're giving you feedback, right? But if they just silent, that's like, hold up, dang, I need to. Is that more difficult than someone actually getting booed?
You know what? I believe that is a great question. But let me tell you this, though. I think sometimes you have to embrace the silence because sometimes the silence means that they're really listening and they're waiting for you to say something to make them laugh. Booing though, no sir. If I got booed, bro, I probably would never do comedy again. Like booing is like boo, like Apollo, Sandman. Like I'm doing a line of cocaine after everything. Like please don't boo me. Like I feel like booing is the worst. I really, really, really do because they're not even listening to you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're getting booed, you still trying to talk your way through it and they don't even want to hear you. I feel like booing is like, get out of here. But the silence was more like, okay, girl, look, you're gonna have to come up with something better than that. We trying to mess with you, but you're gonna have to come with something a little bit funnier than that. So I would take the silence over the booing any day. Me personally. Please don't boo. Ooh, don't boo me. Don't boo me. I don't want to get booed.
All right. Now you sit back, a little itinerary of yourself that I was checking out. I liked it. Talk to us about you hosting in White Plains, Maryland. What's up with that? Your own room there, you hosted. How did you get that? Tell us about White Plains.
Okay, so that all came about from a promoter here in Virginia, because I'm in Virginia. Maryland that's like a 2-hour drive for me. But just somebody seeing my potential, seeing what I can do, and taking a chance on me, man. And I started running that room in August of this year, so only for a couple of months, and it's booming. I mean, hosting is my thing. Like I seen you do your thing. You're a real energetic people person. You have that personality, that personal, what they call it, like that personal experience with people. And I believe that I have the same type of talent. So hosting for me is my favorite. I love hosting. I love involving the audience. So that's what I do in my room in White Plains. It's every first Saturday of the month. It's $20 in advance, $30 at the door. I pack it out. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I've been able to pack it out, every month since August. But I mean, hosting's my thing, man. I'm going to be the first female host of Family Feud. You watch.
I like
Because they
that.
didn't have no females. Yeah.
So what's up? If I want to get in and say, yo, Gina G is my cousin, can I do that? What's up? Let us know right here.
Of
Can
course
I,
you
can I
can.
let them know you're my cousin so I can get in free? What's
Of course I can. As long as you have the right answer. You just come in there and just get the clapping. Just good
up?
answer. Good answer.
Oh my goodness. All right. I like that. So, in terms of you hosting White Plains and stuff like that, how long did it take you to really, I guess, was it the first night that you started hosting that you was grabbing the crowd, or did it take a couple of shows for you to get acclimated?
You know what? Hosting was way easier than just doing a set. So hosting for me, like hosting for me is just like being at the house with family. You know, Thanksgiving, just kind of taking control, you know, getting people to interact with you, just being myself. Hosting to me is just that comes more natural than anything. So hosting is hands down, like that's my thing. It's I don't really have a problem with hosting at all. So I can't say it took me, I don't know when I could say that it took me time to be comfortable enough to host, to be honest with you, because I feel like I've already had that in me. I think the stand-up part took a while. It took at least, well, let me see, I first touched the mic in like '09. That's when I first tried it. I didn't take it seriously at all until probably like 2017 when I moved to Florida. And I moved to Florida, won Florida's Funniest Female. And from there, I'm like, this might be like, I really might be on to something. So since then, I just been hitting it and getting as many stages as I can, trying to get booked, you know, just everything. So, but hosting, man, that's cake. I can do that in my sleep. That's easy work. And it look easy for you too. So don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I love it. That kind of it's my thing. I love hosting. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a people person, so yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
it's my thing. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. In the
Okay.
midst of you hosting, doing all of that, you remind me of like a Samoa a little bit, like a cross between Samoa and I'ma go Liddell, like in terms of your style.
Okay.
When I saw you doing your thing, who do you or who do people say you remind them of, or who do you think you know, along the lines of in terms of comedy? Who would you compare yourself to? I know you probably don't compare yourself to nobody because you are your own
Right,
lane. I
right,
get
right.
that.
I
But
know.
who do you look up to as a comedian?
Man, I look up to Martin Lawrence and Cedric the Entertainer. I feel like I am a good mix of those two comics. Like just being all around like silly and then physical. You know, people see me and they think that I'm gonna just, you know, just stand there or talk about, you know, DICK and, you know, all that type of stuff. But I'm really a goofball, bro. Like I'm really a goofball. So being physical and doing all crazy stuff and dancing and being all like that, I really think I am a cross between Martin Lawrence and Cedric the Entertainer. I admire some more Monique, Adele Givens. Oh my God, there's like so many in my head. Even Wanda Sykes to like there's so many females in my head, but right recently, a lot of people have said that me and Kelly Kels are kind of like we have this same type of vibe or same type of voice or whatever. I've never met her, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to meet her, but you know, there's no female like me and there's no male like me. I think I just have something that God gave me and, you know, hey, I'm just going to run with that right there. But if Martin is listening, if Sid is listening, you know what I'm saying? Hey, holla at you, girl. You understand? Yeah.
Now, let me say this. Because when I saw you doing your thing at the most recent show that we both did where I hosted, you did your thing. I thought you should have been the headline at that show. Like I
Yes.
really did. When I saw you up there, I was like, yo, she was supposed to be last. I believe. No knock against the headliner that night, because I think he was
Right.
funny too. I
Right.
just thought you brought a little something different. You kind of went to the back, then you came
Yes.
back to the front. You grabbed the mic, all of that. You were just totally engaged. I thought you should have been the headliner.
Yeah.
How do you feel when someone tells you that, like, yo, I think you should have been the headliner? What does that do for your confidence to a woman that's already confident? What does it do for your confidence to hear that from just random people everywhere in the world?
It's definitely a confidence booster. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't want to discredit the person that got booked, you know, headlining. But as a female comic, bro, it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm always featuring. You know, nobody secure enough wants to book me as a headliner. I don't know what it is. I literally sometimes have to book my own shows or somebody that's not in the comedy game books me. See, if somebody that's a comedian and they book me, a lot of times I'm featuring, man, and it's all good because I'll go first and I'm still going to be me. I'm going to still blow up the spot. So that's on you where you put me. But headlining is definitely an honor in stand-up comedy, is to be the last to go on. That's why Monique and D.L. Hughley had such a feud, because it's like the headliner is typically supposed to be like the best. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times the sidekick is way better than the main character. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. I can go first. You hear me? I could go first, and I'm still going to put in that work, and I'm going to make you work for it. Because the headliner that night was like, yo, you made me work. I had to go up there and work a little bit. And I'm like, I mean, good, as you should, because you should give the same type of energy when there's 2 people to 200 people to 2,000 people. They all should get the same show, whether it's packed or not. So I just kind of try to live by that motto, but I'm definitely a headliner. But it's the game, man. So I ain't make the rules or nothing like that. I just do me. He'll put me there next time, though. Why?
I like that. I like that.
Yo, this your boy Kenny D. Hey, I didn't mean to interrupt your show, but I just want to take a quick minute, just to let you guys know, if you want to see more dope interviews like this one, make sure you go on YouTube and check out Pimp Game Podcast. All right? And don't forget about our website, pimpgamepodcast.com, to see all your latest Pimp Game episodes. All right? We got you. Man, I'll be done talking. Back to the show.
Yo, if you are tuned in to the Pimp Game Podcast, and we're out here with the one and only comedy mogul out of Cali. That's right, Gina G on the Pimp Game Podcast, giving it to us here for the 2023. So, in terms of you doing comedy and stuff like that, who do you want to work with? Maybe on an up-and-coming movie, maybe something they might have casted you before, or you looking into some stuff now, you and your manager, whatever the case may be. Who do you want to work with as a comedian right now, or maybe an upcoming film that we don't know that you're a part of right now?
Well, I really feel like you speaking that into existence. I don't know. I feel like you speaking something on me. You must got the anointing, because for one, I don't have a manager yet, but 2, I ain't got no movie in the works. So you must be speaking something on me, and I receive it. But what I will say is I'm not in a rush to do a Tyler Perry movie. I'm going to just keep it real. I'm not in a super rush to do a Tyler Perry movie. I mean, I'll go, but I ain't in no rush. But I would love to work with, like I said, Martin Lawrence, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer. Who else would I love to work with? Man, at this point, I mean, I'm not desperate where I'll just take anything, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I never want to be the ghetto girl. I never want to be that. The role that I'll do is the crackhead role. Because everybody done got famous from the crackhead role. Halle Berry, Regina, like everybody done made it from the crackhead. So I need my crackhead opportunity, okay? I need my Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson. Everybody been a crackhead and blew up from that. So I'm going to take the crackhead. I just don't want to take the ghetto, loud, stereotypical Black female role. So I'm hoping whoever's listening, I do need a manager. Don't put me in no box. I do not want to be the ghetto chick, but I'll work with whoever at this point. I'm talking about indie films, shoot, a YouTube series. I don't care. Y'all holla at me. I'm ready to work. Ready to work.
I like that. I like that. So I like your name, Gina G. You remind me a little gangster comedy. I like that. Even with the what you got on your head with the braids and all that stuff. I like that. And the hoodie. I like that. Where does the name Gina G come from?
Well, you know what? They used to call me Gina Jean, and I don't even know where the Jean. I used to be like, why are y'all calling me Gina Jean? So I was like, nah, you could just call me Gina G. You know what I'm saying? Like Fred Sanford, like Fred G. Sanford. You know what I'm saying? Right. The G stands for greatness, So I just was like, hey, I'm going to take that G. So it's just Gina G. And then I came up with the Too Funny. I think the Too Funny came about, I think that was like 2015 when I was working with P. Brown, which is a radio host out there in Atlanta from B100. I was working with her on her show, and she was like, you just put Too Funny on it and don't put TOO, put the number 2. And I'm like, yo, that's kind of dope. So it's just my name mixed with the G in me, the greatness in me, and then add that Too Funny on there. And that's how I came up. Well, just Gina G Too Funny, man. That's it. Ain't no long story.
I like that. I like that. So you got a trip coming up to Belize December 2nd. I like that. What's up with that trip? What's going down on December 2nd in Belize? Talk to us about the trip.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. No, I leave tomorrow, you guys. I'll be in Belize. I leave for Belize tomorrow. I got a show the show is Saturday, December the 2nd. I'm like, I don't even know. I'm super excited. I've done Trinidad before. I was lucky enough to do Trinidad. I got booked in Trinidad. I've done cruise ships before. So, Bahamas and like the little regular stuff or what have you. But this right here is just something, I don't know. It's just, this right here about to do something to me, because the reason why I love reggae music is because I had a Belizean boyfriend back when I was like in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm kind of going to like I don't know, this trip just hit different for me. And then I have a high school friend that lives in Belize that I just found out like 2 days ago. So I'm like, wait, what? So this trip right here about to be off the chain. It's Hot Topic out of Houston. I'm sorry, he out of Dallas, not Houston. Hot Topic out of Dallas is hosting. Shabazz and a young lady by the name of Lotto Marie and myself. We just getting ready to turn up in Belize, man. Eat tamales and beans and rice, just whatever they got going on. They want me to swim with these sharks, talking about they're nurse sharks and they don't have teeth. And I'm just like, no, because you can still gum somebody to death. So I'm not getting in no water with no sharks. I don't care if they ain't got no teeth. I ain't getting in no water. But I'm excited about that one, though. This is about to be a great time. I'm gonna have all kind of content, so y'all be on the lookout for that.
I like that. So, in the midst of everything that's going on, Belize, you got something big going on. You are touring with Cousin Tiara. What's up with that? I seen her live myself. She is dope, internet sensation. What's up with you touring with Cousin Tiara?
Man, listen, like that girl crazy, okay? She is the sweetest, down-to-earth person. Like, it's very rare that you get female comedians that work together. For some reason, female comedians, they always like to be one. It seems like it's all males and then one female. It's just got to be one female. But she came to the Richmond Funny Bone and I hosted for her there. And her manager was like, hey, okay, we about to be at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone. Can you come do that one? I was like, yeah, cool. So I did that one the next day. Then he was like, well, wait a minute, we're going to be in Atlanta in 2 weeks. Can you come and host that? And so once I did Atlanta, he was like, yeah, you got to come with us. And she was hands down all for it. We done got real tight, real cool. And it's just cool to have another female that's a beast, where iron sharpens iron, that we can just like help each other out and just be together on some unity, type vibes. But it's been a ride, man. She does clubs. So it's clubs that I had never even done before, like Columbus Funny Bone, Cleveland. We've been to Dallas. Man, it's everywhere. And then 2024 is going to be even bigger. So y'all make sure y'all on the lookout. With Kicking It With My Cousins tour, with Cousin Tiara and your girl Gina G. They even bumped me up to feature, bro. Like, they like, we need you to feature. People want more time of you. So now I'm her feature. I'm not even her host no more. So it's just, man, God is just good, man. The universe be universing, and I'm just excited about it, for real.
I like that. All right. So today's quick topic of the show is T.I. and Tani and their son, King. What's up with that? They were going at it at the Falcons game. They had a suite where King is saying that he didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his mouth, and his parents is saying that he did. What's up with all this thug stuff? What is your thoughts on that, Miss Gina G? What's up? What's your thoughts on the argument and the fussing going on between T.I., Tani, and their son, King?
First of all, you in the suite at the Hawks game. That should tell you right there that you ain't from the hood, okay? First of all, because I'm just trying to say, well, you in the suite, okay? Arguing with your parents like a spoiled brat. It's crazy to me that this generation, and I'm not going to say this generation because it's not all of them, but this particular young dude feels so entitled. On top of his entitlement, he feels like he wants to have this struggle that his dad had, but it's like his dad had this struggle so that you didn't have to struggle. Like, I feel like this young man should be thankful. He should be getting all that he can from the opportunity. Like, God literally birthed you with two parents that can take you out of this world. I mean, their daughter, what's her name? Eris or Highness or whatever, Lord Jesus. I don't know what the girl name is, but she's up here taking singing lessons, developing her voice at like 6 years old. Then he's got his other brother out here doing conscious rap. So to me, it's just like, he's just a little spoiled brat, man. And I think that this is his way of rebelling, getting attention. On top of that and them big ass teeth, I don't know what more he wants from the world. It's like, we can't take no more. It's embarrassing to even talk to your parents or any adult like that. You know what I'm saying? So if T.I. and Tiny put him out and dropped his butt off in College Park, I guarantee you he'd be back at the house. Because he had a pacifier since he was 12. Did you hear about that?
I heard that.
Boy, you just got off your pacifier. Sat down somewhere. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
So, Gina G, let me ask you this, because it does seem like he's fishing for attention and stuff like that. What's up? Do you think it's something that T.I. and Tiny might have done wrong when they were young? Because they're both successful. And when you're both successful, maybe you don't have that time to sit home with the kids. Maybe you got to leave the kids with the nanny or something like that. They just don't have the time. Do you think that maybe he just didn't get the time that he thinks that he deserved from his parents?
You know what? That could very well be. You know, I don't know what happened in their house. Nobody really knows what happened in their household, but it's literally like they got like 8 kids. Bro, you the only one tripping. Like what didn't you get that everybody else didn't get, and vice versa? You know what I'm saying? Not to say if he has those feelings that they're not valid, but to lash out at your parents in public like that, to me, that's just on another level. Those are conversations y'all have at the crib, you know, family meeting time or whatever. But he definitely could have felt, you know, out of place or unloved. I'm not going to take that from nobody, because you have that with parents, like average parents that got to go to work. They got to work a 9 to 5. You know, you got regular people out here that feel abandoned and didn't get the attention and the love and all that type of stuff. But when you get to a certain age, it's accountability time. You know what I'm saying? That's happened. You here now. Whatever they're trying to do for you now is where you should be focused on. We can't keep looking in the past, blaming our parents for things, you know, when we get to a certain age. Now, I don't even know how old is he 21? I don't even know how old he is. But I mean, I don't know. It could very well be. But if that's the case, then they need to go on Ayana Fix My Life or something. That need to be the next show. Ayana need to come in there and fix their life or something. Because to be arguing with me in this suite at this basketball game is crazy. I mean, football game is crazy to me. Crazy. It's just disrespectful. It's embarrassing.
Wow. Okay, you heard it there yourself from Miss Gina G. I like it. So for that young girl out there who looking to be the next Gina G, that young dude out there looking to be the next Gina G, what's up? What would you tell them to watch out for if they want to get into the comedy game?
Man, just know your worth. Watch out for the people that want you to constantly do free work. Watch out for people that constantly want to pay you $20, $25. Just know your worth. It's definitely levels to it. You definitely got to start off as an opener, and then, you know, you develop your 10 minutes, your 15 minutes. It takes time to get to headline and, you know, material, but just don't take no wooden nickels. That's my only advice would be just know your worth. Know who you are before you get in this game. Try not to go in this game with no habits, no drinking, no smoking, because it kills you, bro. You know, I've seen so many comics that are great that, you know, they get too drunk before they perform, or they get too high before they perform. And it's just not a professional look. So save that to after you're done. Stand-up comedy, this comedy is a business. Your talent literally comes like fifth, like in line. You know what I'm saying? Because there's comedians out there that are not naturally talented. They learned how to do stand-up comedy. So don't ever think that just because you're talented, that's the way to go. Make sure you know your worth, put in the work, and respect those that came before you. That's pretty much what I'm going to tell you today.
I like that. So what's up to your fans out there who was rocking with you when you first got on stage? Also, those people traveling with you to Belize with on the tour with Cousin Tiara. Any final thoughts for your fans before we sign off on Pimp Game?
Man, I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you guys following me. You know, my social media game is going up. So I appreciate you guys coming in and viewing the videos and following your girl. For those that was there from the very beginning, I know you've seen the growth, and I thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for not letting me give up on myself, because, hey, it's been time that I've been wanting to throw in the towel, but y'all don't let me throw in the towel. So I just want to say that I love y'all. Keep supporting me, because we're going to the top, and it ain't got to be lonely at the top if you bring everybody with you. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. All right. So before we let you go, tell everybody who you chilling with.
Man, come on, man. It's your girl, Gina G, and I'm chilling with Kenny D on the Pimp Game, baby.
All right. Yo, so that concludes our show for this evening. Before I let you go, I'd like to thank all my viewers out there for tuning in, as well as my YouTube lovers. I'd like to thank you for tuning in as well. And subscribe to the channel. That's right. You're also going to turn those notifications on, so when we upload videos, you are the first to get it. And also, last but not not least, we'd like to thank the one and only Cali's finest. That's right, Inglewood in the building. We'd like to thank Miss Gina G for blessing us with her presence on the show. All right? See you next time on Pimp Game. You don't want to miss it. Holla.